there is something very beautiful about being able to say I have my own website. In in quotations. I think most hobbyists slash aiming to be professional artists would like to have their own website, but the main thing that bars them is usually the coding. But well, I don't know if you guys know, but little known fact about me, I love coding. In fact, I almost went into computer engineering instead of civil engineering, but that's a long story. So I know most people dread the coding and the technical problems that come with it, but I really kind of thrive in them. Before we start this video, just a small cautionary note is that I am by no means a professional. I do not have a job in like the software industry, the computer industry, nothing like that, nothing like that. Um, and I have actually not taken any formal classes or schooling on web development specifically. So take my advice with like the biggest helping of salt that is possible. That would probably like concern doctors. Anyways, enough about that. You didn't come for that, but you did come for the question: what does it take to make your own website? There are many ways to build a website. You could do everything yourself and make it exactly how you want it to be, or you can stick to a template, something like, I don't know, like um does what's that one? Um, I don't remember the name. But there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them that have templates that might not be exactly what you want at the end of the day, but it's a lower barrier of entry. Or you could do something in the middle where there's some websites where there are templates, but you can do a bit of coding on the back end to customize things. What they are, I don't know. I didn't do any of that. But for me, I already knew how to code and I wanted to be able to do everything that I want in this website and have my knowledge be the only thing that's stopping me. And it's stopping me from doing a lot of things I don't. Guys, this is hard. But I wanted to be able to do everything that I want, and it's free to build your own website. So I kind of went down that path. So if you need help with like picking like the best like website builder, like apps or whatever, don't come to me. I do not know. I do not know. Unless somebody sponsors me, then maybe I could know. I could do some research. I could be convinced. Okay, so building your website, the first step is you either know how to code or you figure out another way to get the stuff on the page, right? And after that, I usually start with an idea of what do I want to show? Because I don't know if anybody here is into game development, but or just I guess regular project management, because scope creep is very real. It's very real. You can start a project, you can know exactly what you want to work on, but if you don't keep a good handle on that throughout the project, the scope will implode and you'll wind up finding that, man, this 3-month project I'm working on turns out to be a 5-year long project somehow because I've just kept adding things without any sort of regard for my time. So my first thing that I did is I asked myself, what do I want to make so that when everything is done, I can put down the website and say, okay, this is good for now. This is working. This does everything I wanted to do. And for me, I first wanted to make a simple portfolio website. This was actually, I've been thinking about making a website for years. So first, I just wanted to put on my art on there. But now I kind of am of the idea like, why would I not put my novels and comics there as well? It's just fun. And if anybody really loves my work, they could find it all at one place. So I thought, bing, bang, boom, let's do all that. Let's do all that. And after that, I made a quick color study of what I wanted the website to look like. This is just simple shapes and blocks in Procreate with a pre-established color palette. I do plan in the future to make a light mode. I do have like ideas on that so far for people who I guess want light mode. But it's very easy to do actually. The packages I use, pretty much they're like bing bang boom. And I think in vanilla CSS it's not too hard to implement like a light mode and a dark mode, but literally it's at the bottom of the list. It's at the very 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 bottom. So maybe that's something for later. So then after getting the idea and making the color study, kind of getting a vibe for what I want to look like, now I just started coding. I won't lie. I just started coding. I said let's put fingers to keyboard. Um Something like that. I said let's just get started. And I don't really have a time lapse or visual representation of the coding because it looks something like this. Me banging my head on the wall. And yeah, in terms of coding, the first thing that I really started with was the landing page. I guess I'll take you to that now. Let me just refresh the page so you guys can get a good look at what's going on here. Okay. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so here I am at the landing page. The main thing that I wanted here was just something simple with like just a bit of pizzazz, you know. The first pizzazz point is kind of this introduction right here, where on the first load of this page, I guess any load of this page, it kind of, kind of animates to show, hey, welcome to my site. I think it's just cool. It's just something cool to put up there. And then after that, this is kind of something I took straight off of my color study or color draft or whatever you call it, is that on hover, these cards will have little selectors here, right? To be honest, I really wasn't sure if I'd be able to figure out how to make these work, but I'm just glad I did because I think they're really cool. I think they're really cute. And then nothing yet for animations. And now, not to spoil anything or to ruin the surprise, but for comics so far, this page, there is nothing. I have a few comics that I have made and a bunch of mini comics that I made like a bit ago that I kind of want to archive here. So when the time comes, this is where they will go. Whenever that is. But yeah, here you can go home. Then the back button, of course, and then of course this loads back up, which is very, very nice, very, very pretty. And so in the comics, I'm planning on having both long scroll and traditional format going on, but it's been kind of a headache to think about it, like how exactly I want this to look since I haven't really done a study for it yet, but we're getting there. And the novels also has nothing because I have no novels that are complete and written out. Bro, life is not easy. But anyways, these are not the star of today's video. The star of today's video is actually the art page. This one is done. The only thing that I'm kind of like battling with right now is that when it uploaded here, all my images, notice how they all say February 18, 2026. The images all like, this is supposed to be based off of the images creation date or last modification date, and they all just kind of got written over when they were brought in to the web hosting. I'm using GitHub, by the way. If I feel like I should just say that I'm using GitHub. So yeah, when I uploaded all of my website to like the pages, they all kind of went dookie bananas awful. But let me show you. I can host it locally. Sorry, I'm saying all these words. I'm like, Nikita, what are you talking about? Literally, you have lost the plot. What time locally hosted GitHub pages, this, that, and the third. It's okay. Anyways, let me show you the version of this website that pulls straight from my files that has everything all in order. Okay, now this one isn't actually up. I need to fix the actual website so that all the photos show up in ooh. Who coded that? Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. But yeah, it's gonna take a bit of work for me to get everything in the art folder back where it should be, but I don't know, that's future Nikki's problem, not really mine. But here in the art, if I click it, why oh, there it is. I don't have all of my recent art here. I have some stuff. I think I have more recent work from my iPad that isn't here currently. But as you can see, it's a nice scrolling experience where you see the photo and then you see the like edit last modified date. Like a lot of this isn't actually 2026. This is a lot later than that, or a lot earlier than that. But I need to fix this one. But as you can see, I have a lot of art from 2021, 2022, and whatnot. So this place is just gonna be for, you know, art where like either it's something finished like this is a full piece that I did for my webtoon slash tapas comic In Your Dreamscape, currently on hiatus. Shout out to my girl. I'm sorry I neglected you. But as you can see, it's a full piece that I've made. And also this one's a full piece. It could be stuff like this page is kind of stuff for comics, stuff for, I don't know, ideas, and then also sketches. Like these are some monster design sketches I had as well for In Your Dreamscape. But that could also be for like half finished sketches that I kind of like the look of, or at least partially like the look of. Like here for Clementine, character in Your Dreamscape, she shows up like, I don't know, once. What I have so far for the comic, but I like the way her face turned out here. But anyways, this isn't an art review, but when I finished this, I guess when was this? A few days ago. I was kind of looking at all my art. I'm like, man, girl, you're really leveling up. Look at all the art you used to do. Like, look at this In Your Dreamscape character studies. I still remembers the stream I had on this. I had a stream on this. So fun, so fun. So yeah, it's just been so fun to make this whole side, see like the characters, everything I've drawn, seeing it happen. I'm like, I feel like a real artist, you know. I feel like a real artist. Oh no, don't look at that. Don't look at I need to take that out. That's spoilers. That's straight up spoilers. Holy moly. That's like my magnum opus right there in the wild. Okay, I need to blur that out. I don't what am I gonna do? But yeah, as you can see, this is all, as you can see, it's all ordered. Because I'm looking here, for some reason, in January 29, 2020, I was drawing this well, and then this is what I pooped out in May. So is life. But yeah, as you can see, yeah, I used to draw really, it was really interesting the way I used to draw. Yeah, so I think, honestly, that's most of everything so far that I have done for my website. Now, hold on. Let me see what else I wanted to talk about here. Okay. Now, I think that was most of all what I have done on my website. I have a few things in the code that I'm still working on that aren't quite done or ready to show much of anything yet. So maybe for the next update. I don't know. I think that was most of it. Coming into February, my main goal for, I guess, just life in general, I write down like goals every month that I kind of want to achieve. And one of my goals that has been pushed over from January was to make the like gallery portfolio section of my website. And now it's, I'd say maybe 75-80% of the way there. So I'm quite proud of myself that I managed to get it done, because guys, mind you, while I'm doing all this code and smashing my head on a brick wall, I'm going to work, I have life obligations, I'm drawing art, working on the comic. Oh my gosh. It's a lot. I don't think anybody knows how much pain this website has caused me. It's been a learning curve. It's been a learning opportunity. Anyways, this video isn't too much. I was hoping it wouldn't be too much. I found myself yapping a bit there, but I just wanted to, you know, show you a short update and just a peek into the twisted mind and the things I've been working on this February. Yeah, there's a few other things I've been working on, as I mentioned before, in February, so I can sink as much time into this, but maybe you'll hear about it in March, who knows. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if there's anything else you'd want to hear on the coding front of things, on the website making front of things. If you want tutorials that are, I don't know, beginner friendly, I'd say very beginner friendly. Maybe I could do some of those. Yeah, that's all I have for you. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, I'll see you in March.